Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. The Cleveland Browns are riding a wave of excitement and fresh momentum after a significant development that could have long-lasting implications for their future. Recently, rookie quarterback Shedeur, who's been turning heads since stepping into the NFL spotlight, found himself in a bit of a controversy that has Browns fans talking. Sanders, who made his first start in the league this past Sunday against the Las Vegas Raiders, led the Browns to a solid 24-10 victory at SoFi Stadium, a game that showcased his potential and resilience as he begins to carve out his role in Cleveland's plans. But what's been stirring the pot is not just his on-field performance, but an awkward exchange during a recent press conference that raised eyebrows and sparked debates among fans and analysts alike. Shedeur, who was named the starter for Week 13 with an upcoming showdown against the San Francisco 49ers, has been under the microscope for quite some time. Coming into the league with high expectations and a lot of hype, especially given his performance in college and the buzz surrounding his arrival, Sanders has shown flashes of brilliance, but also a bit of frustration as he tries to adapt to the NFL's demanding environment. His performance against the Raiders was promising, completing 11 of 20 passes for 209 yards, with a touchdown, an interception, and a sack. It's not a perfect line, but considering he's still a rookie trying to find his rhythm, Browns fans have every reason to feel optimistic about his potential. The story, however, isn't just about what happened on the field. During Tuesday's press conference, Jeff Shedeur, a seasoned NFL reporter, brought up a sensitive topic that instantly caught Shedeur off guard. Shedeur mentioned that some of Sanders' fans had accused Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski of sabotaging the young quarterback. That's a pretty loaded claim, and it clearly didn't sit well with Sanders. He responded with a mix of irritation and defensiveness, calling out the reporter for trying to stir up trouble. Sanders' words were clear: "So you just want to start trouble, huh?" That was his way of pushing back against what he saw as an unnecessary and provocative line of questioning. Sanders then elaborated, emphasizing that what people think or say outside of the team's building isn't within his control, and he's focused on what he can do on the field and how he can improve. "What people do outside of the building is really not in my control. It's not in my power," he said. "Overall, I'm just happy to be here. Coach Stefanski has been coaching since I got here, and he's doing a really good job with everything that's going on." This shows Sanders' maturity, even at such an early stage of his NFL career. He's trying to stay positive, keep his focus, and continue building that trust with his coaching staff and teammates. But Shedeur wasn't done. He persisted, asking about Sanders' relationship with Stefanski, pushing the rookie further to address the accusations of sabotage. Sanders responded more openly this time, calling Stefanski definitely like a coach, adding that the head coach communicates with him about what he needs to do both on and off the field. "We've definitely grown our relationship and everything," Sanders said. "I'm just thankful to be here." That's a pretty mature response from a rookie, especially one under such scrutiny. It's clear that Sanders respects Stefanski and recognizes the importance of that relationship in his development. Now, let's be real. Shedeur Sanders, despite this little hiccup, is still adjusting to the NFL life, and Browns fans are certainly rooting for him. He's already made a mark, not just with his athletic talent, but also with his attitude and resilience. That win against the Raiders was a big step in the right direction, and it's a sign that he's ready to face the challenges ahead. Browns fans are eager to see how he'll perform against the 49ers, who are arguably one of the best teams in the NFC. That game is going to be a real test of Sanders' growth and the team's overall resilience. The Browns, sitting at 3-8, are in a tough spot in the standings, but there's a lot of hope and optimism looking forward. They've got a talented roster, and with players like Sanders developing quickly, there's a genuine belief that brighter days are ahead. The AFC North is a fiercely competitive division, with teams like the Ravens and Bengals always ready to fight for dominance. But Cleveland has been steadily building its core, and this young quarterback could be the spark that ignites a new chapter of success. The potential is there, and fans are beginning to see flashes of what could be a promising future. The coaching staff, led by Stefanski, has been under some pressure, but the recent performances and the development of players like Sanders suggest that the Browns are heading in a positive direction. Stefanski, known for his offensive ingenuity and leadership, is working hard to mold Sanders into the franchise quarterback that Cleveland desperately needs. And Sanders, for his part, is embracing the challenge, showing that he's willing to grow, learn, and adapt at the highest level of football. The journey isn't over yet, but the signs are promising enough for Browns fans to stay excited and supportive. Looking ahead, the matchup against the 49ers is going to be a critical test. San Francisco boasts one of the most disciplined and talented defenses in the league, and their offense, led by their star players, is a nightmare for opposing defenses. For Sanders, that game is an opportunity to show what he's learned and to prove that he can compete with the best. It's also a chance for Cleveland to demonstrate that their defense can contain a potent 49ers attack and that their offense can keep pace. In the bigger picture, what's happening now with Sanders and the Browns is part of a larger narrative that's been unfolding all season. The team has faced adversity, injuries, and inconsistency, but there's a sense that they're building something solid. The young quarterback's development is central to that vision. Browns fans, known for their passion and loyalty, are rallying behind Sanders, hoping that he can become the leader they believe he can be. It's about patience, yes, but also about recognizing the raw talent and potential that he's shown so far. As the season progresses, expect more stories like this, young players stepping up, coaching staff adjusting strategies, and the team fighting to finish strong. The Browns are not just playing for this year, they're laying the groundwork for sustained success. The fans' energy, the community support, and the belief in the team's future are what make Cleveland special. Every game, every play, every moment of growth counts. So Browns Nation, keep the faith. The young guns are learning, the coaching staff is pushing them, and the city's passion is fueling this team's drive to succeed. The game against the 49ers will be a big step, but it's also part of a larger journey, one that could see Cleveland rise again as a legitimate contender in the AFC. With Sanders leading the charge and the team rallying around him, the future looks brighter than ever. We've seen flashes of greatness already, and with each game that promise only grows stronger. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Shedeur, Sanders' recent comments and performance? Do you believe he's on the right path to becoming the franchise quarterback Cleveland needs? Or do you think there's still more to see before we can truly believe in his potential? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. We're all in this together, and the best is yet to come. Browns fans, let's keep the faith, keep supporting, and stay loud, because Cleveland is coming back stronger than ever.